Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Louisiana for the National Conference for the Blind, hosted by the NFB, National Federation for the Blind. It's the biggest conference in the United States. I believe that's what I was told. But I'm here with my great friend, Tamer the Hammer, whom I interviewed on the Shine podcast a couple of years back when I met him at my university. Check out our hotel view. Yes, that is a window right there. Great, I've never seen nothing like that. Looks like a green screen. But anyways, yeah, I'm here to learn. I'm here to meet some amazing people, and I'm here to interview a couple of great people. So y'all stay tuned for that. Don't forget, why not be a light t-shirt on if y'all guys want one? Let me know. Till then, take care, my friends.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Shine with Marilena Cortez and Mark Sedgwick. We are so excited to be in New Orleans for the Blind Conference, meeting some amazing people that are actually inspiring me to see things under a different light. I love it. So Mark,
That's right.
Let's get started introducing our special guest today.
Yeah, what's up, my friends? So this is my great friend back for another episode of the Shine podcast. Y'all might have seen him on for a couple of years ago on that other episode. It was so empowering at University of Houston Clear Lake when we hosted it outdoors. It was such an amazing podcast. But my friend is back. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Tamer Zayn, and I'm from Houston, Texas.
That's right. And we have my other friend over here that is Tamer's mutual friend. So what is your name?
My name is Taylor Cooper. I'm from Houston, Texas, the Woodlands, live in the Woodlands, and I'm so excited to be here, not just for this national convention, but also excited to be on this podcast because I have a podcast, a radio station myself, and I'm also launching a podcast along with it. And I have a great project that I'm beginning, so
Awesome.
I'd love to partner up with y'all.
And so for people out there who want to check your stuff out, what is the name of your stuff so they can follow you and check you out?
Well, I have an internet radio station that's on the air 24/7, plays all genres of music and talk. It's called Real Variety Radio.
Real Variety Radio.
Yes, if you go to realvarietyradio.com, you can find my website along with the stream there. In addition to that, I'm expanding and I'm starting a podcast that's going to be focused on sharing stories of inspiration and overcoming challenges. And the podcast will be called Hope Without Sight.
Hope Without Sight.
Wow.
Love that. Congratulations, my friend.
Yes, congratulations. You know what? We're so honored to meet people like you and Tamer because you inspire us too with your stories. And what a great idea to continue to share your life through sharing the stories.
Yes,
and how people are finding hope because it's in this world right now. Finding hope. A lot of people are losing hope. They're and so it's great. They need to hear more positive stories, more positivity, and
encouragement,
and
Determination.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need to know what it takes. They need to know it takes hard work, self-belief, self-love, and all those wonderful principles of success.
You got it.
Yeah, and so another question we want to ask you guys is, we'll start with Sailor. What is your goal for coming to this conference this year with the NFB?
Oh, my goal is to, of course, meet up with old friends, make new ones, and just even find inspiring people to connect with, and who knows, expand my list to interview them on my podcast. Like one of the guys that I want to interview is Dan Parker, who 10 years ago we had a tragic accident that nearly almost took his life. And of course, he went blind, he was in depression and all that, but he readjusted, and 10 years later, he made a Guinness World Record by driving a speed of over, I think, 210 miles an hour in his race car.
Yeah, and his Corvette. I love Corvettes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I heard the story yesterday and I was recording the story and I was like in awe.
Yeah.
The way he's describing step by step how he got there. And at the end, you hear him say, I did it, I made the record, I broke the record. It's like, people usually we get goosebumps, right?
That's right.
Stories. This was beyond goosebumps. It was like, I got choked up and my brain was just like, golly, if he can do it, we can all do it. Like just setting I'm not running a race car, but I'm talking about if we set goals and we don't give up. Because he has so many obstacles. but yet he didn't let that define what the final end was going to be. So it was beautiful. I loved it. I was really inspired. I'm actually really inspired. I'm gonna go home and do some crazy things. I'm so pumped up. Yes, Tanner, we had the honor to meet you, and you've been an inspiration to my son. And I just love the friendship that you guys have developed over this last few years, through the the university. What inspires you every day to wake up and go to school and do all of the things that you do in your daily life?
See, again, it's about the daily, the daily challenges that we face. What inspires me is the fact that we have things to do, and we have to face those challenges, and we have to figure out how we need to overcome those challenges. And for me, I have to plan out how I need to figure those out, and lay out a plan to do that.
That's right.
So in doing that, I'm able to overcome such challenges, and over time, I'm able to succeed in my goals.
That's right. I think planning is so important. That's the key that you just said.
Exactly.
Every day I wake up, and I want to ask you guys how you guys plan. But my way of planning is I have a to-do list, and I look at it every day, and I add things on it throughout the day that I'm like, oh, that's calling me to do that. It's calling me to do that. Oh, I need to knock this out. I need to finish this goal.
Yes.
I need to achieve this, and I write it down.
I'm going to add one more thing. So another thing is I also have short-term and long-term goals. So basically, what I do on basically I have short-term goals that I achieve on a daily basis, and once I do that, I also achieve a long-term, so that you know what I'm saying. In order to achieve those short-term goals, I'm able to also achieve the long-term goals.
Yeah, and I want to say in the song in the poem that I created called "Light to Shine," I asked the question. I've just got to ask: who do you want to be, and where do you want to go? What do you want to see? And then so you ask yourself those big questions, and that is how you really create those long-term goals, by asking yourself those big questions. Who do you want to be?
Right.
What do you want to see? So you ask yourself that question, you write it down. I see myself becoming a presenter in front of hundreds of people. I want to empower the world. I want to give encouragement to kids and parents so that we can be better and be stronger and be have a better time on this earth, And so that's
what those presenters were doing during that convention.
Exactly.
That's right.
And
Sailor, so what has been your favorite part of this conference? And have there been obstacles being here?
Yeah, well, my favorite part is hearing the stories of inspiration, networking with many different professionals, and of course, I had a great time last night.
What'd you guys do?
I went to the dance reception, and guess what? I met a nice girl last night. She's from Houston, Texas, but she lives now in Arizona. We exchanged phone numbers, and so we're friends, and we'll see where it goes. That's what I want. That's my goal, is to find love.
Yes.
And but the challenges of this convention. I'm sure y'all will agree. I don't like the site selection. I mean, this is a nice hotel, but the location is not the best.
In what ways?
My stepdad was even with me the past 3 days, because I'm also passing a resolution regarding accessible websites in the workplace. My stepdad, he was not impressed with the street crossing between the Sheraton and here.
It's not accessible.
Not at all. No.
Well, it's dangerous just for
Yes,
everyone.
yes.
Whether you see or you don't see, it's just
That's been, I would say, the challenge. of me navigating, this area. But other than that, it's been awesome.
Certainly. And in regards to solutions, because I love to talk about problems, but I also love to talk about solutions. So Louisiana, professionals with the NFB, and even citizens, we're calling all of you guys out because we need some volunteers out here. We need some people hired out here to guide these people through the streets. We need some new technology, don't we,
Yes.
on the streets, so
Yes.
that we can to make these streets more accessible and safer for the blind. Maybe a technological robot voice saying,
Right.
you can cross now, or something to let us know that the light is safe.
And
They
keep
do.
it safe.
Yeah.
That really it's for the city of New Orleans to resolve.
Yeah.
It's
It
not-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, New Orleans is nice, but just I guess,
I
the
believe it,
infrastructure of the city.
I believe it wasn't
Yes.
planned, in time, accordingly, so that's what happened.
And that's okay. I think there's been nobody getting hit by a car, thank God, and everybody's okay.
You
But
know, we have to use our judgments, our,
Yes.
our techniques.
Yeah.
And that's what we
Yeah.
did, what we're doing, so,
Yeah.
yep.
And so it's a growing movement I'm seeing. I've only been here for 2 days. This is only my second day, but I'm already seeing it's a growing movement. There was a giant crowd in the conference, as you guys have probably seen. And
Yeah.
still, there needs to be more movement. There needs to be more revolution. And revolution, I mean more improvement. There's still a lot of improvements that need to be made.
And when I was listening to the history of how this all started, in the 1900s when there wasn't any conference like this. So it's come a long way, just like every need that we've had in the society, from
Yeah.
not being able to vote to now having accessible and safer streets, and the infrastructure that it would be accessible for anyone with any special need or any special, request or whatever.
That's right.
But that's all. We're just
It's-
asking for more equity in the
Equal access.
You got it. Yeah.
in the system, and that's
Yeah.
what we want. But hey, that's why we come and we want to be
That's right.
supporting it. And we thank Tanner for inviting us to
Yeah.
making us aware of this conference. And I've learned so much so far, and I see how we can all work together. So we also want to invite the community, when you see conferences like this, sign up also to come and learn
Right.
what's being done, what it has happened in the world, because you never know. It could be a relative or a family member that gets hurt, and you never know, they might need this kind of service and this kind of conference. And
That's
this
right.
type of friends, we're so
Yeah.
we're really honored to meet you guys. And
Oh.
now you're part of our life too.
Oh,
Sarah,
yeah.
Because now
You got a friend in me.
Oh yeah. Well,
So we are so cool,
Yeah.
honored to be here.
I mean, even though we're on the opposite sides of town, we're still in the area.
Definitely.
Okay? I know you love the Woodlands too, so.
Hey, my birthday is August 28th. I might go out. Last year I went to the Woodlands on that waterway to go kayaking. Maybe this year I'll do it again. So you'll be invited, my friend.
Yes.
Awesome.
And so will you,
Yeah.
Tanner.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
out.
Make a celebration.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And
Well-
so the following question I want to ask before we wrap this up is, so the whole purpose of the Shine podcast is to shine a light.
Yes.
Not only on the good and the community leaders that we need out here, but also on the improvements, right? So we've already talked about those tough times, but about the improvements that need to be made. But don't forget the good, right? Let's talk about the good a little bit.
It's right, it's right.
What were the positives? From Tamara, I didn't hear from you. What were the positives, your favorite parts that you've enjoyed, and the improvements that have been made since you've been coming in the previous years?
So it's been, every time I come, there has been improvements in the, I feel in every time there has been improvements in the resolutions. They have been,
So what are the resolutions? Can you explain that to our audience?
yes, so every year the convention is meeting.
Mhm.
They talk about a problem the blind community is having. That might be like something that deals with technology, or something that deals with an accessible voting system.
Okay.
So the convention votes on passing a resolution to to pass a resolution to make it where they work on fixing it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, they're
So-
working on improvements.
Correct.
How can you be better? How
Exactly.
can technology be more accessible? How
Exactly.
And you know what?
pedestrians walk back and forth and be safe?
Yeah. You know what we need? We need some more special education masters and students and people who are studying these special education needs.
And there is such a
Special
thing.
needs.
Yes.
Yeah, we need more of these leaders to come out.
Yeah.
But
and
to
to
come
be a
the
part.
conference.
Yeah.
Come to the conferences, but also be political leaders that are going to make actual changes.
And there is such a thing. There is a shortage in the
That realm.
realm.
Yeah. In that manner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, go ahead, Mom.
Well, I wanted to ask Sailor because he proposed, you actually did you wrote a resolution, didn't you?
Yes,
So
I-
tell us a little bit about it, and how did that work, and did it actually pass? Is it gonna happen?
Well, the resolution I wrote was regarding mandating that all websites and apps for commercial use, whether it would be employment or businesses, they be accessible, they meet accessibility standards, because it's a big problem.
Yeah.
The most recent job I had was working at the Apple store in the Woodlands, and of course I would have stayed there permanent, but they only needed me seasonal. And so since I left that, I've been looking for other jobs, and here's where it's not okay. I had 3 jobs for which I was truly qualified for, that I applied for, got the offer, got accepted. And when I began training was when I found out that the computer applications were not accessible with screen readers. And so, what do you know, I couldn't do those jobs. Not only the most recent job I had, they terminated me because they did not feel like they wanted to accommodate me when I requested accommodation. So I said, enough is enough. That's why I'm coming to this convention to pass the resolution.
Wow.
So,
Good for you.
The committee met on July 6th. The resolution was read. I got to speak on it for 2 minutes, explaining the committee why they should vote up in favor for this resolution. And the good news is that it passed.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Hopefully it will become NFB policy. And I'm gonna make sure I stay behind this, because
That's right.
enough is enough.
Enough is
There
enough,
is
yes.
there should not be a 70% unemployment rate because of this issue.
For who? For the blind?
For the blind,
Yeah.
Look
yes,
at that. I didn't
Yes.
even know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, I mean,
yes,
and that's on them, they need to be prepared, they need to be
absolutely,
ready.
yes,
You know, and now with the technology that we have, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
There is no excuse, so I applaud you for that, congratulations. Great things are on your way, and you know what, I always tell my students who cross my path and later tell me like, I can't find work, or I don't like doing this. I'm like, well, God has a better plan for you. God has something better. So
Sure.
hey,
Oh.
you didn't belong at that job
no,
working with Apple. So hey, God has something bigger for you, and that's
he does, it's coming. And
Yeah.
I'm glad you're very religious, because I am too. I go to church, and I go to Woodlands United Methodist.
Yes.
Woodlands is nice, so, yeah, I believe
It's
in
not
God.
that I'm religious. I'm just, God is always with me.
Yeah.
He'll always be with me, and I'm
God
not
is with me
afraid
too, yes,
to say it in camera and to my friends. So
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. with God,
And,
all things are possible.
That's right. And we can't be afraid to share what's in our heart and what we believe in. You
Yeah.
know, I just printed out some bracelets that actually have a cross on it, and you know, before I would just put different logo, right? But now I did print a cross on this next one I'm printing out that'll be coming soon, because I'm not ashamed of what I believe in, and you know, neither you should be too. You know, we are soldiers of God. I'll say.
Yeah.
This might be getting religious. I don't want to turn anybody off who's watching the podcast, but it's the truth, and you know, God is the truth. But anyway, so to wrap things up, I want to give you a gift, Sailor, which is this bracelet. You said your favorite color is blue, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, my man. So here, I got you this wonderful
Thank
bracelet.
you.
I gave
Thank you
Tamara
so
one
much.
yesterday. It's
Yeah.
coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and stick your hand
The
on
one
it.
I got is green. That's
Awesome.
my favorite color.
Thank
Green.
you.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And
Yes,
now
sir.
you are part of our Sean podcast. Continue to share your beautiful life.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. And also, please, I would love to have all of you on my podcast.
Good love.
We'll be there.
Real Variety Radio is a station, and the podcast is going to be called Hope Without Sight.
We will be
That's
there.
right.
Thank you so much. And continue to share your beautiful life.
Thank
And
you.
it's really an honor to get to know you guys more.
Yeah.
Tanner, again,
Yeah.
thank you for being
Thank
part
you.
of our
Of course, yeah.
and part of our lives. And we can't wait to throw a graduation party soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys.
well, he graduated. I'll be graduating next year, so
What's
Tanner,
your,
you're
Oh,
invited.
then we need to throw a party for Tanner because he graduated.
what's your degree in?
Exercise science, for me. What about you, Tamara?
What was your
Human resources.
Gotcha. So
Congratulations. So yes, we need to go party.
Yeah.
yes,
I went to college for 2 years, but I didn't finish because, as you know, it's not for everyone.
It's not for
that's right.
everyone,
And you
no.
have another calling, I can tell. So,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
good.
I just didn't like it. The coursework was just too much.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. People have different callings in life, and sometimes college is not for you. I thought
College
college was
is
not
not
for me. It took me 6 years to graduate.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. But again, thank you for sharing your life. For those out there who joined us today, we thank you. Remember, never give up. Don't keep hope in your heart,
Yes.
because that hope is the one that's gonna open the path and the road for where you need to be. So
That's right.
keep shining your light. Is there any last words? you
Yeah,
wanna say?
never lose faith. Keep on marching.
Yeah.
We got a mission here, that we have a purpose here, and so we got to keep on going. We got to keep on searching. Be spontaneous. This was a spontaneous trip, and I'm so happy we did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my friends for coming on this show.
Of course.
I'm looking forward to coming next year and the year after that, and continue to make improvements. Next time, I'm going to bring some volunteers so we can help this place out and keep the show flowing.
And it's in Houston next year, so.
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you can count on us. We'll be there with some other soldiers and
Yeah,
that's
other
right.
people that will be there supporting. And again, congratulations as well to the Federation for the Blind.
NFB.
And that be.
And yes, for continue to have the courage and the wisdom and sharing your light. So until next time, we'll see you soon.
Let's keep it going. Take care. I
Yeah.
have another gift for you.
Oh,
The last time you were on the podcast, we gave you a T-shirt,
right.
and this time I printed out a new T-shirt.
Oh.
It says "Why not be a light?"
Oh.
And then it's got this beautiful big circle in the middle that has all these empowering words with all these colorful texts.
Oh,
It says,
okay.
"Oh, why not be bold, optimistic, happy, great, generous, wondrous,
Oh man.
genuine, caring, brave, giving,
That's
empowering,
awesome.
extraordinary,
Oh my God.
courageous, grateful,
Endless.
endless."
Yeah.
And so I want to give this to you. On the back it says, "You are a light."
Oh man.
And then it says, it has the Shine with Marie and Mark YouTube sign.
So the podcast is
Shine
called
podcast
Shine
on the
Light.
side.
That's
Shine,
awesome.
Shine with Marie and Mark.
Shine with Marie and Mark. But,
Oh man.
and we'll get you one too, Sailor.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
You're
get
part
you,
of the
I'm gonna give you
family
one the next time
now.
I see you in the Woodlands. Okay, I'll give you a shirt. I have a
Yes.
box in the
Hey,
car.
Okay.
Mark, can you
Did
come
y'all-
with me to,
Did y'all drive here?
Let's go. Yeah.
It's
We
like-
drove.
I need to get
We
to
drove.
the
So
lobby.
it's about 6
Yeah, grab
hours.
my arm, I'll take it.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I'm
We're-
gonna
you're
take.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Shine with Marilena Cortez and Mark Sedgwick. Today is a super special day because we are shining here in the state of New Orleans
Yeah.
at the Blind Conference.
Yeah. And so the NFB, the National Federation for the Blind, is hosting this amazing event. It's so empowering just seeing such a big crowd gathering together to find solutions and to encourage each other and to form a community. It's just an amazing experience. And we have a special guest today. Her name's Sierra. And I just met her a few minutes ago, actually, over there. She was walking around, and I said, "Hey, can I help you? What are you looking for?" And she said, "I'm looking for my Starbucks bag. I left my cake at the front row, and I really want to go get my cake." So we went and we looked around and we couldn't find it. Sadly, we started digging in other people's bags. Okay, so I just met this girl named Sierra. I was helping her to find her Starbucks bag, but we couldn't find it. So this is my mom Marie. Sierra.
But there's a reason why we met you, Sierra. Obviously, now you're here part of those Shine podcasts. So God wanted us to connect with you so you can shine your light and inspire others through your story and your experience. So welcome to Shine.
That's
Thank you.
right.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from? What do you do?
So I'm Sierra. I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Nice.
I am an actor. I focus on my acting career. I sing, dance, musical theater. I'm currently in a production of Little Mermaid with the local theater.
Wow.
And I play one of the Mer sisters. I play Aquata, that's her name.
Mhm.
And I love her. She's kind of challenging to play, but she's fun. And the thing that I think is so funny about her is she's so jealous of Ariel because Ariel gets everything. And Ariel, it's like she gets to sing the solos, and
Mhm.
Aquata is not like that. She wants the solos.
She's
and
envious.
everything.
She
Yeah.
wishes she could have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that's beautiful that you have an opportunity to actually continue to do what you love. You know,
Yes.
that's so beautiful, and that you're not giving up no matter what. You're just going at it. Because all of us, you know, whenever we have a dream or a goal, we should never give up. We should always try to focus and practice. Practice. You're getting ready to travel to some big production. You never know. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
the
beautiful. I
dream.
applaud you for that.
That's right. And she's about to be on the talent show tonight here at the big conference. They're going to have a talent show. So tell us a little bit about why you wanted to be in the talent show, and yeah, just tell us how you're getting prepared.
Well, I wanted to be in a talent show because I love to perform, and these past 2 years or so have been challenging, especially for performers, because most
yeah.
things have been virtual, and I have done some virtual things, and it's been amazing because you meet people from everywhere, and the challenging part is just when you're performing virtually, you're on Zoom, or you're having to video yourself and then send it in to the director.
Mhm.
And when you're doing that, you don't have the other actors around you to kind of fill in the other lines.
Mhm.
So you're just kind of, because you really have to imagine them right there with
Yeah.
you. And even though like being on stage, I can't see the others or anything, you could still feel them, feel their presence right there.
Yeah.
So that is really good.
So I want to ask about that. So this is the second time I've heard a blind friend of mine say feeling the others around me. So can you describe that feeling? How do you feel someone around you? Is it sound? Is it touch? Is it the heat that they have that comes off their body? Like, what does that kind of feel?
Well, it's like there's a something in the space, you can feel that it's not so.
So do you think you acquire like almost like a sixth sense?
Or is
because
it-
you're
is
able
it-
to identify even the space. Most of us, we take advantage that we can see, that we can
Yeah.
hear, so we don't pay attention to the details.
Yeah.
For me, I sometimes in a classroom, because I was teaching for 26 years in a classroom, and whenever we were the quietest, is when I could sense a kid even, emotion. Like if I could actually feel a kid that was sad, and when we were the
Yes.
quietest, because then I became more observant. I walked around. I could feel in the kid's chair, like who was just like maybe a sense of more sad or more happy. That was me. So I bet if when you can't see, then you have to acquire other ways of picking up on these energies.
Yes. Yeah.
So rather
It's
than
beautiful.
seeing a body language, you can feel a body language by the vibrations of movement or
Yeah.
the tone of their voice or the banging, or like you can feel all those cues, I guess.
Yes.
So go ahead and ask her another question.
Yeah. Okay. So what has been your favorite part of this conference so far?
So my favorite part of this conference so far has been being around all kinds of other blind people and feeling normal in the world, because usually if you're out somewhere, there's just everyone else, and you hardly see others like you, because we're not all together and we're all spread out.
Yeah.
But then when we're all together in a big building like this, it just feels like family, and you feel really inspired.
Yeah, and connected, right? That's such an important part of living a life that is fulfilling and connected, right? It's sort of like one of the human needs that we all need is love. And to
Yes.
feel accepted and to feel normal, like you said, right? To feel
Yeah.
like we're a part of something bigger than us, right? Like
Yeah.
family is so important, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
and so that's a
Very.
beautiful thing. Yeah, and it's been so cool walking around the streets of New Orleans just yesterday and seeing so many blind people around. It's just been so amazing. And they're not letting their circumstance stop them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going about. I met this wonderful guy named Luke, who's also going to be interviewed at some point today, God willing, and wow, he was just navigating the streets like he's been here before, and he probably has, but it was just amazing. He was going faster than we were. It was just amazing.
It was beautiful. You know what I do want to add, that I love the way the community helps each other.
Yes.
And those who are able to navigate faster, move faster, are helping others. And I love that. I saw people holding the doors for each other, or saying, hey, go to the right, go to the left. Because they just came from walking that space and they know where to go. I love also the memory that you guys are able to, I guess, achieve because of your not being able to see. You guys seem to have a memory that's really cool, because I'm like, okay, you just went through there, it's your first time, and you can explain to somebody how you got there. It's just so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So I admire that, and I really applaud you for also being here. You said it was your second year
Yes.
coming?
My second convention.
So how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. So am I.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I've also had a similar goal of being an actor maybe one day, you know? But my bigger goal, I haven't told you this yet, Sierra, but my bigger goal is to write books for kids, just similar to follow my mom's pattern. She's wrote some children's books, but I also wrote a journal for kids called the Shy Notebook. That is a place where they can use the power of print to express themselves, but also with encouraging success principles within it, so that these kids can have some encouragement, because, you know, a lot of us don't have that. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this conference, is that it's not only people are gathering, but they're also encouraging each other. And I think that's such a missing piece in today's world. We're missing a lot of encouragement from parents, from teachers, from everybody, from even a stranger in the street. You know, we got to be encouraging to each other. And that leads me to my next question, Sierra, which is, you know, I kind of learned something in this conference 2 times that I've offered to help a blind person. The first time was in the bathroom when I met Luke, and he was looking for some napkins to dry his hands after he washed his hands, and it was empty. And so I said, hey brother, there's some over here, can I grab you some? He said, yeah. And then I was like, hey, what's your name? He said, Luke. I'm like, hey, my name's Mark. We both have biblical names. And he was like, yeah, cool. And so we just walked about, and we were like, all right, we're gonna go out to eat. We went out to go eat, and he ran into us like 6 streets down. It was such a coincidence, but we ran into him. And where am I going with that? I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking
That
about?
we're meeting people, and they're so easy to talk to, and
Yes.
they're looking for also friends to talk to them. And,
Yeah.
like, we should not talk to somebody who's blind or who has a disability just because we think, oh, well, they don't need us, you know, they probably have it all together.
Or I don't want to offend them by offering help.
Yes.
So I offered help, and I did the same with you. I said, hey, how are you doing? Are you looking, how can I help you? You know, and you said, yeah, I'm looking for my bag in the Louisiana section. I said, can I help you? Here's my arm. Can I give you my arm? You said, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and you know something? I feel like whenever people want to help us, it's okay to accept the help. Like, it's okay to say, yes, I need help. And whenever I feel like you realize that I needed help because I think at that point I was kind of twisty-turny a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
And you could tell that I really needed some help.
That's right. And so I picked up on the body language.
Yeah.
You were for lack of a better term, you were poking around with your stick, sort of trying to, and I can see the wheels turning in your mind, saying, how do I get there? And then that's what I do.
Yeah, and that's good that you did that.
Yeah, and I think more people should do that and not be afraid to offend, but go about it the right way. Go about offering help the right way. Not that they are lesser than of a person in any way, but as you would help anybody on the street,
Right.
as a kind person.
And then, oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that just also being who we are, Mark. We are very genuine in that area. As a family, we were raised by our grandparents. My grandparents always taught me to help others. No matter, if we knew them or not, we were taught to be kind to one another and always help. And so that trait has passed on to you, Mark, and I love and applaud you for being brave and not being afraid or embarrassed to help someone. So that's beautiful too. And I want to encourage parents to raise their kids with those qualities, those traits that later in life, are gonna also open doors, because look, we got to meet you, and I didn't know we were getting ready to do our first interview with Sierra, so it was beautiful. It was a door that opened, that Mark helped you, and guess what? Even if you don't find your cake, I'm gonna personally go get it for you at Starbucks, and I'm gonna give you the cake. So it's awesome, it's beautiful, the way sometimes things happen. So don't be afraid to help others and open that door.
Yes. And so, are there any messages that you would like to share with the Shine Podcast audience, or just the world in general? Any messages about maybe overcoming adversity or anything like that?
Yes. I would like to say to everybody, if you feel like you really want to do something and you feel like something is holding you back, or you feel like people in your circle are going to say no, or they're going to try to discourage you or give you anxiety and tell you you can't do this, don't listen to that. Go with your heart and your soul and just push on and do it.
That's right.
That's
I
right.
love it. That's
Amen.
beautiful. That's a great message. And it's really an honor to meet you, Sarah. I love the way God put Mark over there to help you at the conference, and now we're here.
Yes.
Now you met some friends from Texas, so we look forward to hearing back from you. Let us know how the acting goes.
Oh, yes.
And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stay tonight for the show.
Oh, it's okay.
But I'm going to have Tanner record and send us a video as well.
Well, hey, how do blind people record? How do you record a video?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel.
Hey, we can follow each other.
Yeah, and I video myself a lot. Sometimes I might not get everything in the frame, but I always do my best.
Yeah.
And I forgot my tripod, so I don't know how I'm gonna record myself on my phone. I might get someone to do that.
Actually, I have an extra one. I'll leave it to Tanner, and I'll leave my extra tripod for Tanner to record you. I'll make sure you guys meet before we leave. And he can help record, and then he can just take it back to Houston, because they go to school together. Tanner and my son go to university.
Yeah, we'll see if we can figure that out. So I want to give you a gift for being on the Shine Podcast. Can you put out your hand? I'm going to give you a bracelet that I made myself.
Let her touch it first, so she knows what it is. It's just a rubber, but read to her what it says.
Yeah, so it says on one side the Shine Podcast, so since now you've been a guest on the Shine Podcast, and secondly it says on the other side, go now, share your light. Because I can tell you have a light within you.
You have a beautiful light.
And so keep on growing that light and keep on building that self-esteem, that confidence to be an actor and be whatever you are and what you're called by God to do in this world, what you're called by your soul to do.
Yes.
So keep on marching. You're doing so great, and it was wonderful to meet you, Sierra.
Yes, it was wonderful. And you look, it's peak like your. Does it have a name? Is it
it's
your stick?
It's called a cane.
I can't. But I heard some people give it a name. Did you name it? Did
Oh.
you have a name?
No, I don't name my cake.
Me neither. People name their cars. I just call my
Just
car.
like people name their cars, people name their caves, which I thought that was pretty cool. So I don't know, you might want to think about it. You know, you look like to me, you look like a princess or a mermaid.
Oh, thank
so
you.
I don't know, just you give me that sense of being adventurous,
Yes.
and you're so pretty. It's like I don't know, you just remind me of a princess or a mermaid.
Love it. All right, guys.
Thank you for being on the Shine Show. Again, folks, don't forget to shine your light no matter the situation you're in or the trials that life brings to you. Remember, you can do it, you can tackle it, and with God, all things are possible. Shine your light. See you soon.
That's right. Take care, my friends. Bam. Cut.
Yay!
We did it. We did it.
Bye.
Thanks, Sierra. That's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, and we'll
What's going on, guys? I'm here with the Shine Podcast once again. Our final interview. I'm here with who?
Hi, I'm Trisha.
And I'm Joshua.
And where are you guys from?
I'm from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
And what about you, Trisha?
I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Yes. Shout out to my Ohio family. If you guys are watching. So, where are we at, and why are you guys here? Start with Josh.
We're at the 2022 National Convention in New Orleans, and I'm here to, hopefully break the idea of, what people think about blind people,
Yes.
show up and, just be myself and show people that blind people can be amazing, quirky,
Yes.
funny,
Yeah.
good-looking people.
Yes. Definitely. Did you say good-looking people?
I did.
You are good-looking.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. How are you, Trisha? Why are you here?
Yeah, I would say every time I come to a national convention for this organization, I'm challenged in a lot of different ways. I think that's definitely true this time. I've been working on mentoring a lot of blind students, and this year and the past few years, for that matter, have been really difficult for blind students with the switch to virtual and hybrid learning and then back to in-person. So it's always great to share ideas, to be authentic about the experiences we face, but ultimately empower each other to go out in the world and do what we can do.
Absolutely. That's the mission, right? So this is my first year ever coming to this. Actually, I have a blind friend named Tamara who I interviewed already in the same room a couple hours ago, and he brought me here. Well, he invited me here. I'd never heard of it because he was coming. I invited him fishing, and he said, "No, I'm busy. I'm busy this weekend." And he's like, "I'm like, doing what?" And he's like, "I'm going to this blind convention." I'm like, "I've never even heard of that. I'd love to come and check it out." He's like, "Yeah, it's the biggest one in the United States. If I think I'm correct on that.
Yeah.
You guys know about that? Yeah. So I was like, I would love to go check that out. And so spontaneously, me and my mom and my girlfriend just drove over here and we made it happen. And it's been such an empowering experience to see so many people have a community and gather here to make changes. And what else? Why are people here today?
Well, I
In
mean,
this week, right? It's a week-long thing.
yeah, I think you got it all right. Like, to make changes, like, I feel like, blindness is a thing that, it's a disability, right? And, a lot of people don't understand how to interact with disability, like, what people who are disabled, what they can do. So, just to, break boundaries and to, like, continue to advocate and work on different bills, laws,
Yep.
to, help us in the future and help us where we are now.
Yeah, and to become leaders, right? We need some leaders in the blind community. I can tell, dude, you're a tall guy, a muscular guy, you got a strong voice. You could be a leader in this thing, you know what I mean?
He is.
You are a leader. Tell me about what you do. Talk to me.
So I'm currently the second vice president of the Minnesota Association of Blind Students.
Awesome.
I just got out of being the president of Georgia Association of Blind Students when I moved up to Minnesota to do school.
Awesome.
So I do a little bit of work here and there wherever I can. And
Yes.
that's where I feel like I fit in at this point. So that's what I've been doing.
You see, I can tell you were I knew he was. I could just tell by the way. So that's awesome. And how about you, Trisha? What do you think about that whole topic?
About why we're here?
Yes.
I'd
Why
say-
people are here, yeah.
Yeah, in addition to making changes and being critical about, access and opportunities for the blind, I think it's also a really good opportunity to brainstorm and reimagine what's possible for us in the future. There's a lot of leading vendors in technology here.
Yes.
We're interacting with companies because ultimately a big thing that NFP believes in is that we're not isolating ourselves and just being blind people and staying together. We have to interact with the community. We have to have real conversations about what's working, what's not working.
That's right.
And this conference is a big backdrop for where a lot of that happens each year.
Absolutely. And so what have you got? How many years have you guys been here?
So this is my 5th NFB convention.
Nice.
But 2 of them were virtual because of COVID. But yeah.
So how about you, Trisha?
I cannot believe it. It's also been 5 years for me. I was
Nice.
a national scholarship winner in 2018 and stayed involved ever since.
Oh, great. Yeah, I know for myself, I said it on the past interview, I'm going to be a part of it as well. I'm going to be here next year and the following year. I love to study this whole concept of being blind and overcoming. I'm a student of greatness. I'm a student of overcoming obstacles, of overcoming adversity, and I love to see how you guys are going about not letting this hold you back from what your purpose is here on Earth, and continuing to make a change and to continuing to uplift each other. I think that's a big purpose of this conference, is to uplift, and that's a beautiful thing. So, what is y'all's future goals to maybe further helping this world, helping the blind community? What do you guys have in mind? Trisha, we'll ask you first.
I would say for me, one thing that's pretty heavily on my mind right now is I just graduated undergrad. I'm at a point where I'm thinking about what career I want to have, where I want to live. And I think one thing that's front of mind for me is that no matter what field I go into, I want to make sure that I'm presenting a positive philosophy about blindness to the community that I become a part of. And I think in talking about leadership,
Yes.
proving to people that bringing a person with a disability or a person of a different origin or descent, like whatever it is, bringing diversity to the table only helps to make us stronger.
Definitely.
And it's important that we bring together people of all kinds of backgrounds when we're trying to make important decisions, whether it's for the government, whether it's in companies, whether it's globally. Like at every stage of the process, diversity is really important.
Definitely. How about you?
Yeah, so my long-term goal is to eventually become an industrial organizational psychologist. So just helping different businesses be more optimal and work on the psychology in the workplace, the morale and stuff like that. So just being a person who can break into that space and show other blind people that they can do that as well. Because I feel like that's very important. When I was growing up, I used to be a kid who didn't believe in the potential of blind people.
Oh, wow.
Just
Were you born blind? Sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
Yeah. Keep going.
Just being able to be that role model for other people, I feel like is crucial. When people help you get to where you are, you kind of have to return the favor and give back to the community.
Absolutely. And whenever you're blessed with a mindset, or even it's not only a blessing, but it is also something that is developed, right? Something you developed is a mindset, right? You're saying that whenever you were a little boy that you maybe didn't believe in yourself or in the potential that a blind person can have, but now you've developed that. So I want to ask, what has led to you developing that understanding that blind people can?
So several things. I have this lady in this organization that me and my brother call her NFB mom. She brought us in, and she's an independent mom with 2 kids who is also blind, and seeing her work and create her own business while at the same time being a single mom helped me understand that blind people could do a lot. And our affiliate Georgia president at the time, Greg Aiken, seeing him do what he did in general. I know me personally, I used to be super insecure about getting out there and dating and stuff like that. And Greg was big proponent of changing my philosophy on being able to date sighted people or being able to date in general. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey guys, any other last messages that y'all want to share with the world or the community, the blind community? Trisha, you first.
I think the best thing to do is to stay informed, keep growing, keep asking questions, and I think that's what we also try to do. I think at the end of the day, we're all people just trying to navigate the world and trying to grow in the process.
Absolutely. How about you, Joshua?
Honestly, I think that was so articulately said, we can leave it off on that.
All right, for sure. Well, hey guys, thank you guys for watching. Y'all come check out the NFB, this wonderful conference here in Louisiana. I hear next year it's in Houston.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. So I have to be there next year. I hope to see you guys there, and I want to give you guys a gift. What's your favorite color, Trisha?
I like blue a lot.
Blue, cool. I have a blue wristband here. Here, I'm gonna put it on you here. It says, "Go now, share your light."
Aw, that's so
And then it says the Shine
kind.
Podcast on the other side. So, and then how about you, Joshua? Pink or green?
I'll go pink.
Okay, pink. Let's go. It's kind of a purplish color.
Gender
Love
Exactly.
it. Love it, dude. Love it. Embrace the femininity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It can be masculine, still have some feminine traits. Come on.
You know
And
it.
then it says, "Go now, share your light." So let that be a reminder to continue to share y'all's light. Never let any statistic or any stereotype stop you guys. You know, and that's the same for all of you guys watching. Let's continue to shine our light, be lights in the world, and continue marching along the purpose that we were put here on earth to do, and to fight for a good mission. Right? We're doing it. Let's keep it going, guys. It was wonderful to meet y'all.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
meeting
All
you.
right. I think that was good.